Hi, it's King Lizzard on Xbox One, and this is Project Cars. So I'm at the Azure Coast, otherwise known as MONACO, and driving the Atom 300 Supercharged. I got pretty nastily spun out by computer AI there. There are actually 25 computer AI in this race. I also get crashed into there. You see me smashed into the concrete wall there by cars behind me, the AI. So again, just more evidence, and there, look, they nearly took me out there too. Now I'm caught up on him, and that clip against the other car was my fault because I was trying to regain control. So you can see now my car doesn't look much like an Atom 300 anymore, thanks to the computer AI. So, but miraculously, it does rebuild itself during the race. Quite an interesting one. So, currently in about 7th-ish. During this race at this point, after those few clashes with computer AI and stuff. So it's quite a nice track. This similar in some respects to the California highway in terms of length. It is a very alternating track, so there's lots of different terrain, lots of different technicalities. There is a lot more on the sides of the road in this race that will actually damage your car quite severely. Those posts, for instance, are rock solid. They're not like Forza's posts or Forza 5 or Forza Horizon 2 that collapse when you hit them. Your car will pretty much collapse or get spun out in quite a bad way, and you will stop dead on those posts. So it's all a matter of really sticking to the road. Not sticking to the road results in damaged car and a very difficult race. Now this hill here, I do have to slow down for this a little bit, because I was finding initially on my first run that I kind of near took off on the top of the hill. Even worse with the Ariel Atom 500 series car, because that's got the spoiler on the back. It sort of acted as some kind of aerofoil to lift the car up. I was literally driving vertical over the top of the hill. So do slow down for that hill, it will catch you out. So snuck in front of that group of cars there. Trying to make my way into the next pack of vehicles. There's a bit of a gap between us and this group, and that's obviously because of all the clashes and accidents at the beginning of the race that we got caught up in. So this is actually me against the computer, so I'm up against 50% AI difficulty, which you would consider to be medium, but I promise you it's like no medium you've ever played. It's still very difficult at medium, or at least at 50% difficulty. Car handling is still a bit of a challenge. Not as bad as it was when I first got the game, but it still can slide out a bit. I still have to back off here and there, or I'm going to be in trouble. So I managed to sneak in front of him, but you saw that I kind of skid a little bit because I lost control. That was my fault, I think. I kind of clipped him as I came around the corner and put him out of action. Not deliberate, pure accident. A little bit of a skid out there while I lost a bit of control getting up the hill. I do like this replay view. It sticks in the incline and the car at an angle. It's pretty cool. So over the hill there, I'm in forces. Looks like I think there's 5 cars in front of me, so I'm about 6 actually. I was further back than I thought. Currently 4th in this little group. There's a car up front, so yeah, I think I'm about 5th at the moment. It looks like. It's a shame you don't get a camera up on the road so you know what's going on. Real fast race, and and like I was saying, the Azure Coast circuit is very similar to California highway in respects that it's got lots of alternating terrain and stuff in terms of road type turns, lots of fast sections, undulating sections. It's quite a technical road, and it's also a straight A to B race, which I do tend to prefer, to be honest. I like a bit of variety rather than a circuit. I got caught up on that wall there, just managed to get out in front of that car in front. Currently 4th place, I believe. really pushing it now. You can see my car's rebuild itself. It did rebuild itself quite a while ago. So even though I lost all my body armour, if you like, or my car body, it's all coming back magically. And that's not the only race. I have seen that happen in other races. So it might be something the game does so it can, have an easier time processing the replay. There's a sneak in front of another car there. And now in fourth, I'm just clipping in the third. I've gone wide onto the grass. Bit of a ding there. Oh, I've come out in front of that car. He spun me out. That's my bad. Now I'm in fifth for sure. Now I'm in sixth, I think. Quite a way into the race at this point, not sure if I can recover this. So I'm going to go for this fifth place first. Bit of a lift off there as I flew over the top. Like I was saying, it's not too hard to get this thing to launch. It's quite a light vehicle, and it does go some. I have got a bit of damage on this car. I didn't mention that earlier, but since the beginning of the race I was getting pullover to the left, which you're kind of seeing on and off there. Not drastic, but it was enough that I had to keep steering away from it, which obviously affects cornering a little bit. Damage is on full, and I'm surprised, to be honest, given some of the hits I took in this, that I didn't have more serious problems driving the car, to be honest. It seemed to be a bit lenient towards me. Oh, like there for instance, I really lost it coming over that hill, skid out and hit that wall pretty hard, but again I got away with it. If anything, I think the car actually stabilised after that hit, because originally the damage was on the right side, pulling me left, and now I've kind of got equal damage either side, I think, which kind of levelled the car out for me. Strange as it may seem, but the handling did get better after that hit, I remember quite distinctly. Big old section of road here, plenty of road to choose from. We'll get a bit more technical in a minute. This is it here, it gets tight. I got caught out there as I came out the tunnel. I didn't notice the curving until it was too late, and that obviously has cost me some more time. So now I've got 6th place creeping up on me again. Really beautiful looking game this when you're driving. Initially I wasn't kind of that taken by it, but looking at it in a bit more detail and playing it a bit more, it is a rather splendid looking piece of gaming architecture. So I'm enjoying it at the moment. A bit disappointed by the offering of cars, to be honest. I thought there would have been more than 70 cars given this thing's been in production for 4 years. Obviously we all gave Forza 5 a seriously hard time when it came out with only 200 cars, given that Forza 4 had over 400, and you're expecting a much bigger experience. And in this case we've got a car that's 4 years in production and popped out with 70 plus cars, which I think is a bit lax for the type of game it is. I would have liked to have seen a lot more cars, at least double the number. But that said, it is a good game, it's a good racing game, it's very challenging. Makes for a very difficult race online as well. As I said, in this case it's me up against AI. I just did a quick race, chose my track, chose my vehicle, chose my competitors. So, and that's one of the other good things about it. So it's pretty much race over now. I'm coming in about 5th, I think, at this point. Actually I've dropped into 6th, but I'm pretty happy with that performance. Thanks for watching.